I have a question, but I'm not going to ask the people who actually made me think about this question because I don't want to talk to them. But I do want to talk to people who might have this mindset or might have encountered this mindset who have an idea about it. So recently, I have ventured back onto dating sites and I had been gone from them for a while. I was in a relationship for about a year and that ended about a year ago. And then, of course, I was trying to get my mind right, get my heart right, get past it. So I wasn't really doing any dating for a while. And then I decided to go look at my dating profiles and update the pictures and kind of get back out there a little bit. And so recently I've had some conversations with a couple of gentlemen, and I posted about this recently under a post called consent. Because consent, a lot of times people think about it when it comes to, clapping cheeks or having intercourse. But consent begins from the very moment that you meet someone, when you are asking to get to know them, asking for their number, asking for a date. All the things that can be asked require consent. And I've run up into this situation where men have become angry with me because I didn't want to continue to talk to them, or I didn't want to video chat with them after only speaking with them for just a few minutes because I wasn't really comfortable enough with what their intentions might be during said video chat. And so they again got extremely upset. And the thought crossed my mind that they assumed they were asking, but they didn't really consider or feel that I had the right to say no. That even though I'm an adult, and I'm a 53-year-old adult at that, so I'm grown enough to have had relationships before, been married, been divorced, have kids, have grown kids and grandkids. But I somehow don't have the right to say no. And I know that this is not something that is particular to me. I've seen men and even some women, but mostly men, get very offended when there's any kind of rejection or pushback on something that they ask a woman to do. And it almost seems as if they don't consider this woman human. It's like when you pull up an object to use, your toaster, your coffee maker, your dishwasher, your sink, your light switch, they don't have the right to say no. You flick the switch, you push the button, and it does what it's supposed to do, or you replace it. It doesn't have a will. It doesn't have a say-so. And it's almost as if some men expect women to be like a vending machine. Like, I put in my few minutes of conversation with you or my DM, and you're supposed to react this way. I put in my compliment and you're supposed to react this way. There's not any other option for you to react a different way. But I'm not an object. I'm not something that is here for your enjoyment or your use. I am an actual person with feelings and thoughts and needs and priorities and standards and my own way of thinking about what I want for my life. So it isn't just about the person approaching me, it's about me as well. I matter in this situation, in this equation. It's my life. And I can decide who I want to continue to have in it and who I want to no longer have in it. So, is my assessment correct that some men seem to see women as almost vending machines or some kind of object, and they don't have the real respect for her as another human being. I was not put on this earth, and women were not put on this earth as second-class citizens that are here just for the enjoyment and the use of men. And if that is the thought process that a man has, he really needs to get rid of that, because we are equal human beings. In fact, there are things that women can do, like give birth, like have a baby grow inside her womb, that a man cannot do. And without women being able to be pregnant, give birth, and even feed a baby from her own body, the human race would end. If every man that's grown, we'll say 18 and up, were to disappear right at this moment, we have sperm banks, we have pregnant women, we have boys that are under 18. The human race would continue without a single man over the age of 18 being in existence. So the idea that women are somehow inferior and don't have the right or the option to make choices for themselves is ludicrous, ridiculous, and completely illogical. I mean, to be honest, it's pretty much insane. And it seems as if that idea is becoming more and more prevalent rather than less prevalent, because now we have pastors and Republican leaders talking about how women don't need the right to vote, women don't need education, women don't need to pursue careers because their highest goal should be being of service to men as wives, as mothers to a man's children, as grandmothers if they're past, menopausal age, and there is no other purpose for them. So again, that's ridiculous. A woman is a human being. She has a mind. She has a heart. She has goals. She has an identity. She has talents and skills and abilities, and those can be her priority, and they may not include a man being a part of her life. So, am I right that some men just don't see women as human?